Avoidants love long distance relationships. That is right in their wheelhouse, and it helps them feel safe because the distance gives them an excuse to keep an emotional distance from their partner. They get to keep their partner at an emotional arm's length. There's a good amount of distance between the two of them. They don't have to see this person every day, maybe once or twice a month. It satisfies their need for connection, their need for a little bit of love and validation, but they get to maintain that distance at the same time. And it gives them the perfect excuse. They don't have to get too vulnerable because they're not seeing this person every single day. They may even claim that they don't like the distance, that they prefer things to be closer, but subconsciously, they can often gravitate towards long distance relationships because it helps them feel safe. Avoidants are people that do not feel safe with emotional intimacy. They don't feel safe being vulnerable with a partner. And this is because of childhood emotional neglect. They experienced consistent neglect as children. Their emotional needs were not met. Their parents or their caretakers didn't give them the love and the nurturing in the way that they needed. So they grew up to personalize that neglect and feel like there's something wrong with them, that they're defective. It's a core wound of shame. And this is why they fear being vulnerable, because their fear is, especially in the subconscious, if I let down my walls, this person is going to figure out that I am defective and unlovable, especially if they have a partner that is really affectionate, consistent, emotionally available, and treats them well. So they like to keep their partner at an emotional arm's length. That's how they feel safe. Emotional closeness is unsafe, but emotional distance feels safe to them. Well, the long distance relationship gives them the perfect excuse to get some of that connection with the distance. And this can often end in complete heartbreak when one of the partners, usually the non-avoidant, relocates to live closer to the avoidant. They uproot their entire lives to live with or near this person, only to get abruptly blindsided and discarded once the distance is removed. Relocating jobs, moving away from friends and family, moving to the city, state, or country that the avoidant lives in. And mere days, weeks, or months later, I'm just lost feelings. I'm not ready for this. I need time and space to work on myself. Completely blindsided. Not only have you relocated your entire life to be with this person, and you're in a new place that's unfamiliar without friends or family nearby, but now you've been completely ditched and discarded, given vague excuses as to why the relationship had to end, and your heart is shattered and you show no empathy in the process. That's because the relationship became more real. The distance isn't there anymore. True emotional intimacy was building. The avoidant got triggered. They felt unsafe with the closeness. So they feel the sudden urge to push their partner away. Due to a lack of self-reflection, because avoidants avoid self-reflection, they avoid processing emotions, they avoid taking accountability because that provokes the core wound of shame. So they are unaware of why they feel the need to run away because they're not reflecting on their feelings. They look for external things to blame it on, their work, maybe their partner is too needy, or they're just not ready, or they're too busy, etc., etc. And it is painful and blindsiding because now you've uprooted yourself only to get your heart shattered. And it's unfortunately pretty commonplace when a relocation happens in a long distance relationship with an avoidant. Now, of course, not everybody that gets into a long distance relationship is somebody who is dismissive or fearful avoidant, but they do gravitate towards it. So if you're in a long distance relationship, really vet this person. See if they're emotionally unavailable. Are they giving off other avoidant red flags? Are they hyper independent? Are they hot and cold? Are they reflective on their relationship history? Do they take accountability for their shortcomings, or do they give vague excuses without any accountability? Look for these kinds of signs to see if this is a reflective person or an emotionally unavailable person. Because if they are an emotionally unavailable avoidant and you relocate, you're very likely to get your heart shattered in a really difficult way. where you are not even close to home and away from your support network of family and friends.